This week, on an all-new episode of Crazy Train of Thought, brought to you by the Idiot Savants. Join host Ryan Wolf, Malacom, Philbo Swaggins, Sam's Club Gunjeans, and Colin Freakin Giffy for rants such as...
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the capacity of the kebabs?
The capacity of the kebabs.
Files are in the computer.
Is it okay if I'm in my underwear?
No, you can't have any more V-Bucks!
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. And listen, that's a promise, okay? Don't even tempt me.
Check a look.
Welcome, everybody, to Crazy Train of Thought. Brought to you by the Idiot Savants. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am your host, Ryan Wolf. We are live from Savant Studios. Joining me today, I have...
Malacom.
Malacom is here, joining us.
Yep.
Glad you're here, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while. You're still alive?
Yep.
What? Next.
Philbo Swaggins, straight from the Shire.
Philbo Swaggins is here.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back. Next.
You've got that guy that hangs out at Taco Bell at like 3 in the morning. That's me, Sam.
Oh. Okay.
I don't even order anything. I just kind of sit there and yell at people.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I go.
Do you work there, or when do they kick you out?
Wait, do I work there?
Yeah.
Well, eventually I break something and they go wash some dishes. You got to pay for that. And I go, no.
So that's why you're busy.
I'll be going now.
I'll be rather mopping, actually. Rather mop.
Okay. Last.
Freaking Colin Giffy.
Colin Giffy's back.
Back on the pod.
Glad you're here.
I'm glad I'm back in black.
It's been a while since we recorded an episode. It feels good to be back in the driver's seat.
I done got sent home for COVID.
Yep. Troy,
A week off of work and tested negative. Even though I was at a party where 8 or 9 people, I don't know yet, have tested positive.
Excellent immune
So it's
system.
crazy.
Good job.
Yes.
Were you paid?
No.
Ooh.
I got paid unemployment though. And they paid me the day I filed, which was actually pretty
What?
cool.
That's
Yeah. The
surprising.
day I filed, they're like, hey, here's the money, boy.
No way.
Yeah, they stopped because the unemployment benefits ended on the 25th of July.
Right.
And I applied on that weekend. After
Oh,
it
wow.
ended.
So did you actually
So
get the
I didn't know I
bonus?
didn't get the bonus.
Huh.
So that was rough. But it's
Yeah.
cool.
Could have used that.
I moved out again.
Good job. Yeah, it was just not even
large,
that
man.
long ago that you talked about moving.
Yeah.
Now you've moved
I
again.
moved in February and now I moved again.
Unbeknownst
living
to
on my
you,
own this time.
Colin, this is your intervention for moving.
Yeah.
You're just gonna burn it down again.
That was a Idiot Box Films reference.
Oh,
for those
okay,
of you who
all
wanna
right, I
know.
don't get
Ryan,
that one.
throw the link in the video right here.
Sure will.
Where my finger's at.
Okay. Can do.
Probably not gonna happen.
He's
But,
going to put it right above your finger.
Idiot Box Films. And that one
And it'll
is
just be a label that says idiot.
called
pointed at you.
Support Group, starring me in the first one, and then
Stupid idiot.
Sam is in the second one.
Okay.
I'm
You
in
have a
it too.
GoFundMe
So yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll link that in the YouTube. How about that?
In the
I'll link it in
YouTubes.
the show notes of the pod and on the YouTube.
The YouTubes.
It is on YouTube, so that would make sense.
Right. Yeah, we got a shit ton of stuff to get to today. We've got so much news to catch up on. Some of us even played some games, so we're going to talk about that. But first, Sam,
Yeah. Whoa, what? What do you want?
how's your birthday?
Oh, I thought I was in trouble.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday.
So how's your birthday, man?
It was actually really good. My mom went off and made a really great birthday dinner.
Okay,
Like
what'd you have?
insane shish kebabs.
Ooh.
Okay.
But Oriental shish kebabs.
Ooh.
All right, your
I know what
favorite
that means.
kind.
Kebabs.
Yeah.
Shish kebabs. Oh, me desu. No, it was super good. Super good. Like, it's honestly the best I've had in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, she made like a beef and then she seasoned it up and everything like that with the sesame seeds and then put that on a skewer about like this long and then she did like spicy chicken on the other one and then she made fried rice and coconut shrimp with marmalade.
Wow.
Yeah, and then there was sushi. She made sushi too. and
What?
She went crazy.
Dang.
Wow.
Honestly, she fed a bunch of people with it too, and had leftovers.
So good.
Yeah, we were all invited, right, to your birthday party?
Yeah, I saw you
Yeah.
guys.
Yep. Definitely were
Definitely
invited.
That
showed up to
sushi
that.
was so good.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys, Eventually stop holding us all hostage.
What day was it?
Let us go.
What day was your birthday?
It was on Sunday.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trying to think of what day that was. That's cool.
Sunday.
It was
I
the
wish
day
you a
where-
happy. I
Are
did
you
wish
just-
you a happy birthday.
It's trying to think if you were busy or not.
Yeah.
No,
Basically.
I don't really like big birthdays for some reason. Like, I don't really like a lot of attention during birthdays because it feels unwarranted. It feels
Okay.
like- I don't. No. Like,
Undeserved, maybe.
no, not undeserved.
Please, my glory came to life today. I deserve everything.
I don't know. Like, do you guys know about like love languages?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's giving gifts is one of them.
Gifts.
This is my 5 love languages, or no, 4 or something.
There's 5.
There's 5.
Yeah.
Anyways,
What the
this is
fuck
one of
are
my
you guys
security.
talking
One of
about?
my security
book, Brian.
questions is what's my
Read.
first love language, so you know you can hack into my Facebook or something. So it goes. Mine is like gift giving, then it's like acts of service, and then it's probably what's some more. It's a touch
There's
is
one
on
that's
near
like
the
touch,
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Touch.
Starting from the bottom, it's like
We're here now. We're starting from the bottom.
words of affection. I am terrible with affection and affirmation. Like touch is
Words
like,
of affirmation.
Words of affirmation is
Yeah.
terrible. When people like say, "Hey Sam, that's you look cool today" or something. Go,
You
I don't know what to say.
You too.
No, legit. I cringe sometimes because I remember times in high school where like a cute girl would say, "Hey Sam, I like your necklace." I go, "I really like your necklace, but you don't have a necklace."
If you did, that'd be cool.
Oh, you swear. And I'm like,
You have mine. You have a neck.
all I got is
Because your number one is giving.
I'd be like,
so
well,
you take it off.
You got a
You have
good
it.
neck for a necklace, I think. I'd say, just say thank you, Sam. Just go, thank
Like
you.
Brian Regan.
Yeah,
Like,
don't know when to use the you too phrase.
Yeah.
You do. Take luck.
Take luck.
Yeah.
Take good care of the luck that you might have someday.
So yeah, that one's on the bottom of my list because it's just like the worst to work with. It's so hard to work with me. But like easily gift giving. I just like go off in gift giving.
Here's a gift.
So you
Oprah.
guys all know this love language thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're the
don't know
one.
this.
You're the odd one out. You should.
Right.
I've never
Love
one time heard
language,
this in my
fine.
life.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a
love
book.
language.
There's a book, but it's more just about how people show affection. It's kind of like one of those things where it's like it's not necessarily real, but it applies.
It's a pseudo.
How you
Oh, like
show-
Freudian stuff.
The best way you show affection and the best way you like
Yeah.
to receive it.
yeah. It's
I guess my number one would be, have I invited you on my podcast?
Aww. Yeah.
Fuck. I have to turn that down. Yes, Sam.
Why you have your hand up? I tried, dude. My arm is short.
That was a
Sorry,
fail.
physical
on
touch, not
so
one of my
many
love
tried.
languages.
Just
Put a
tried.
big clap, like
I have to. I just
front
can't
of
look at
their
you when
failed-
it happens.
Just add like a really sick anime like sound effect.
Okay.
how about you just put a bar that says idiot and point it at both?
How about you guys edit the fucking video? Then I don't have to do it.
Yo, can you put a boss
I
bar?
don't have
Boss
time.
bar underneath my name?
Okay, thanks, Colin.
Okay, don't make
I'm
me
off
do it
tomorrow.
because I'll be the other person who's
All right.
editing it.
What else is the yeah, thank you. Philip has also been editing. I'm sorry, Philip. Philip has also been editing the videos. It is no longer just me. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's why they look so bad.
Sam, anything else for your birthday that was cool?
Just roasting Phil.
You had
next to the
roasting.
kebab.
Yeah, speaking of roasting, I
Did
had
you
a
name the
fire.
kebabs Phil?
Yeah.
Oh.
Phil kebabs.
Man, these kebabs are real filling.
All right, I'm gonna go home.
What an
I
asshole.
actually find kebabs to be quite the opposite. I feel like I'm not getting enough.
Yeah.
Huge stick, but there's like how much is really on there?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the capacity of the kebabs?
The capacity of the kebabs.
Capacity of the kebabs?
capacity
Okay,
of
are
the
we gonna
kebabs.
Are you being
2 hours
capricious?
all right, all right. No, we're not. We're not going to spend 2 hours talking about Sam's birthday.
Okay.
But I just want to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
All right, Colin,
Yes.
you bought a Valve Index.
I freaking bought a Valve Index.
Fucking baller.
Which I ordered
Jesus.
it freaking forever ago, and then I finally got the confirmation email by Steam, and they're like, "Hey, we need $1,000 by Monday, otherwise,
The heck?
you ain't getting the Valve Index."
What's a Valve Index?
It
Is
is
that like
like
stock?
one of the best VR headset systems, like
The best
Like better
VR
than-
headset.
better than HTC Vive
That's insane. dude.
Pro.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was really happy. But yeah, they're like, we need $1,000 by Monday, otherwise you're not getting this thing.
kneecaps.
So I guess who didn't have $1,000? Me. So
Uninstall
just
your
I had
Steam
that like to just spend. I didn't have $1,000 I could just spend right there.
Right.
So, so I went out and I sold my Oculus Rift S. This dude drove all the way out from Illinois.
Damn.
Get it?
Dude, how much were you selling it for?
I gave a deal, man. I needed $1,000 by Monday.
put it in the
this
group
was $1,000.
I'm not gonna try to get the best deal, man.
How much was it?
No, he sold his Oculus for like
My Oculus
300.
Rift for like 300. Yeah, and then I
I mean, it was in the group.
Guess
chat,
you weren't
Sam.
paying
wait, no.
attention.
and then I sold my
HTC
laptop.
Vives are about that much.
I sold my laptop for about $1,000.
Vives are 400.
What?
How much are Vives?
Like the HTC Vive Pro is more than the Index. It's like
is it?
12 or 13. I think they lowered the price of it though, but they both are better in different ways
Okay.
than each other. But I think the Valve Index is better overall.
So how much
Overall experience.
is the Vive is 1,200.
The Pro, Vive
Pro.
Pro. There's a few different.
The
Vives.
Index is 1,000.
Yeah.
The Rift S, which we both had,
was 450.
400. Well, it's 400 when I
Or
got
now,
it.
yeah.
And so that's kind of the baseline, I guess. You don't can't really spend less than that unless you count
Yeah.
the PlayStation VR. What's that down to, Phil?
It
I think it's
depends. I mean,
250,
there's.
300.
I think. Well, I don't think they sell it just by themselves unless you get it at like a store. Most of them are bundles, which come with a lot for about 300 or less.
Okay.
Which, if you get the bundle, it comes with the camera, the
Move
two
controllers.
of the controllers in a game.
Well,
Or usually a couple games, depending. Like the Iron Man VR is the one that's out right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But oftentimes before that, it would have like 3 or 4 games in a box.
So what made you pick up the Index over the Rift S and stuff like that?
I wanted a better overall, better overall, that's what I'm looking for.
game.
Just a better overall immersive experience.
Okay.
Just like, because it has a wider field of view than the Rift.
Okay.
So like normally you're here, then you see a
Right.
seat a little bit more.
Right.
And the
He wants to live.
the screen is way better, so you can see a lot clearer.
Well, that is something that I would like to try because that's probably my biggest complaint about the Rift S is that like it's always blurry.
Yeah, it has a manual
Like-
IPD setting on the bottom of it, so you don't have to go into settings. You just do this. So if your eyes, like, you can
Just
just
fucking-
adjust right there.
Okay, I
and
like
you can
that.
figure out what's best for
Okay,
you.
does anybody want to buy a Rift S?
Trying to sell his.
Well, I think you could have gotten more for your Rift, Colin, because like
I could have.
like a
They're in
base-
high demand.
Yeah,
because
like a
they're out
baseball
of stock.
player's mitt is well worn in and like famous for what it's been used for. So could you have
Yeah,
sold your Oculus? You're like, I played competitive in this, right?
No, that's why that dude drove 3 hours to get this thing.
Is he part of your clan?
He was literally like, I thought it was like fake at first. He's like, nah, man, I just have nothing better to do today. Like, you have a good deal. And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Come get it.
Also, is
We
it
met
okay
at a
if I-
police station.
That was a
so,
good
yeah,
call.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I'm in my underwear? Just saying. Like, also, can you be in your underwear?
The police station in that town has cameras. Like, they literally have like a internet sales
want them
spot.
to watch.
So if someone buys something offline from you, you can actually meet there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So it's like
That's
actually,
cool.
it says like internet sales like spot. It's like this place is under high surveillance.
Wow.
Dude, think
Like, it's
about
right at
how
the
many
police station, so like no
stories-
one's gonna rob you. Or
Right,
anything.
right.
Like cops are literally right there. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Honestly, I would watch a TV show with the interactions probably that you see on there. Like,
It's just live streaming all the time.
We started out with way too much crack, and then we eventually had to change some of the rules.
just like live internet scams.com.
And then the police station
that
around
taken?
here, didn't have one of those spots. So one of the guys I sold my laptop to, we just met at Walmart at 10 o'clock at night, which was kind of sketchy.
That is
But
sketchy.
It was okay. We made it. Made it out alive.
Colin is alive, and
I'm
has,
alive.
You know the money.
and I do have the Index now. So
Hey, let me just, you've seen Mission Impossible, right? Do this.
why
Maybe he's been captured by another person to rub his face off.
take my toupee off?
It's your neck.
Yeah. God damn it.
Yeah.
So what is the best thing about the Index?
Oh,
so
the
far?
controllers.
Okay.
For sure. Oh, and the audio, because the headphones, it has like its own built-in headphones. What they do is they don't touch your ears. They go right over your ears. So it makes a
Okay.
better surround experience, and it's not uncomfortable on your ears because they just sit perfectly over your ears and they don't touch your ears.
Okay.
So and the surround sound is really good built in. It's really loud too. So you can still hear everything in the real world as long as there's not a whole lot of background noise. You should be fine. But there's also still an option to have an overhead headset if you want to.
Okay.
It's like I could take this headset and wear it on there if I wanted to.
Okay.
So
are those removable? Like you don't have to.
they slide up so you can like make it part of like the headset, the band.
Okay.
So,
but they're nice.
but the controllers are really awesome because you don't have to hold on to them. There's a strap that goes around your hand above your thumb.
Okay, as opposed to a wrist strap like a Wiimote.
Well, you're still supposed to have one. They provide them, but they're not attached to the controller. You can't attach them just because like your hands get sweaty and sometimes the knuckles could fly off.
Right.
It's a possibility. It hasn't happened with me because I usually put them pretty tight. But it's nice.
before.
Playing Pavlov is
powder.
it's way easier to throw grenades in there now because I can actually fully let go of my hand instead of just a finger, which is weird about the release. But now I can actually like do that, and it has finger tracking too. So if I want to flip people off, I totally could.
That's cool. That's my favorite part.
So like I can do this, and this is look in VR. It's so awesome.
How does it track that?
I think
like
it's
what
like,
about the
there's
controller?
Like there's sensors in the controller. There's also base stations too.
Okay.
So there's external base stations. That's one thing I liked about the Rift more is it's all internal. There's nothing. You don't have to have anything external.
Right, it's all built into the
But
headset.
these you have to have base stations on each corner of the room, and they don't connect to your computer. You just plug them in the wall, and it connects Bluetooth. Yeah, like you don't do anything. Like your Steam will automatically like connect to them. So you just plug them into an outlet, and they automatically connect.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
Getting closer and closer to Sword Art Online. It's unreal.
Yeah.
And the Matrix. Whoa.
I don't know if we're to the Matrix yet.
Not to the
I'm not
Matrix.
plugging it into my visual
Definitely.
cortex.
Okay, actually,
Yeah,
no,
the
wait.
new
We already
comes with a big
Okay, no,
brain spike.
We're already in the Matrix. We're already in the Matrix.
Yeah.
We're just close to getting to the simulation of the simulation.
Got
Got it.
Which, yeah, Sword Art Online. True. True.
Oh jeez.
True.
Yeah, I played some Half-Life Alyx, and that blew me away because that's like the game. That game was literally made for the Index because they got released around the same time.
Yeah.
And so when I first launched it, just immediately the graphics blew me away. And on the Oculus, it is an 80 hertz refresh rate, but I was playing Half-Life Alyx at 144 hertz
On your headset?
on my headset.
Holy fuck.
So it was a significant difference.
Right,
Like, it
right.
looks so clear. Yeah, so it just really smooth the whole time.
It's a frame rate.
I'm not 100% a fan of like
frame rate.
how you traverse
144 frame rate.
in Half-Life Alyx because like it's walking and teleporting.
Well, I was
like,
going to
kinda
ask you
weird.
about that because you are really against the teleporting thing,
Yeah, I
which
don't
I
like it.
prefer because it doesn't make
Yeah,
me
because you
motion
don't like
sick.
motion sickness.
Yeah.
For me, I don't get motion sickness anymore because I kind of got over that by playing Pavlov.
Right.
But there's parts where you kind of have to teleport because it says like, here, jump over this, and you can't jump, like can't run and jump. It's hard to do in VR. So
Yeah.
there's some games that can, like I think raw data, you could run and jump. But
So on the Index, what is connected to the computer then? You still tethered to your computer via the
yeah, I
headset?
am still tethered.
Okay.
via headset. It's not wireless.
Okay.
Does it have a stronger tether so you don't like...
It does have a pretty good strong tether. Trying to think of how it all. I think it's about the same. It's really close to the Rift S. It's about the same size cord. It's a little bit more sturdy. Seems a little bit more obviously expensive.
Yeah.
But I want to get one of those cable management systems that hang above my ceiling, so I don't have to worry about cords.
I looked into a bunch of those for the Rift when I got it, and I don't remember if I mentioned it on the pod, but I could not find any fucking cords that worked.
Yeah.
I could not find one single extension cord that worked. And I swear, if you look at my Amazon buy history, I probably tried 8 fucking cords.
That's crazy.
Like extension cords and ones that you
I
plug
remember trying
in
to help you with that.
and repeaters and like just nothing. Absolutely nothing worked.
Pretty much
So-
everything that worked for everyone else, but not you.
Yeah. And I don't know if it was because I was doing it on my Alienware desktop because it was obviously before I got my new one. And like, I don't know if maybe the USB ports weren't really 3.0s on the
Yeah.
motherboard or what was going on, but like legit, none of those fucking worked.
I've had some connection issues when it comes to the Index. It's not always with the headset. Sometimes it is. Say like some reason I say, "Oh, your Bluetooth adapter isn't working." You retry it, and usually it works. I've never really ever had to restart my computer like I did with the Oculus.
Yeah.
But the problem is when you don't set your play space like you do with the Rift, like where you actually see the world and you trace it in real life. Like I actually have to take my headset off, walk around my room, and like trace the obstacles with my controller. So like take it around the room, and then the base stations will track where I'm at. And be like, okay, this is the room layout. The problem is if you decide to touch, because I didn't mount the base stations yet because I was moving and everything. I didn't want to mount them anywhere.
Right.
So the problem is when you do that, it actually moves your play space. It's like at one point, like I didn't know it did, and I hit my wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
because
like,
it moved.
crap. Because I was playing Beat Saber, and I go, bam! I was like, oh crap! Like,
too close.
smacked my wall. Yeah, so that wasn't fun. But
Oh no, that's a big hole.
Yeah. You already got a wall to repair.
but those controllers are indestructible. So
Well,
that's
they
cool.
better be.
Yeah, there was not even a dent on them after hitting it. I only did it once, so. But I was playing a little bit of Blade and Sorcery with that too because I've always wanted to throw daggers, but that was really hard to do on Rift S because I was scared of letting go of the controller. But I can fully let go now, so I can actually throw knives at people. It's so fun. I want to mod it now because I haven't been able to play a whole lot, but I want to get the lightsabers and stuff because I got a new computer now. So
Right.
So Colin is slowly becoming, getting real close to being able to kill as many people as he wants.
Oh, dude, I mastered the deck because you get like
Should we keep an eye on you, Colin?
You get full on like katana swords and shields.
I've been
and stuff
wanting
like
to
that,
throw knives,
and
but
I'm
I
running
couldn't
around
let
with
go.
tiny daggers. I put 2 on my hips and then 2 in my hands, and I'll run up and like you stab people in the head, and then you can like, throw them, and then you can use the force and grab it back and throw it again.
And
Yeah.
and to use
you can
the
force
force,
push, force
you like,
pull.
you
Yeah,
like-
you literally like this, like you pull back and push. Yeah,
that's badass.
it's really cool, and you can have like lightning and stuff, and you do that with the lightning.
Fuck, that's super cool.
Up until like you said that, like I was uninterested. Now I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
Actually, I'm in.
I want
How
to.
much is it?
Look up Blade and Sorcery because it's actually a really cool game because you can mod it and you can put lightsabers in it and stuff like that and actually use the force. You can make yourself jump really high.
Yeah, but I don't want any mods that are gonna like
No, they don't.
hypnose me and
No,
then
they
I'm
don't.
stuck in it for
they don't.
It's
These
a mod
don't-
that turns into VR porn. So
Blade and Sorcery has been out for a while and it's
and I can still do the fort. I mean, all right.
Blade and Sorcery has been out for a while, so and those mods have been like that game was basically made for mods, so it's more or less a sandbox.
Okay.
At that point, so a lot of the mods are. I mean, some of them like the newer ones are kind of.
Yeah.
And it depends on how good your graphics card is too, because if you put in a lot of mods, it's not in your processor, it's going to overload it and it's gonna be laggy. But I haven't had any issues with that.
right,
So,
right, for sure. Can't imagine you would.
I love sandbox.
Using lightsabers and chopping people's heads off like Anakin does with Count Dooku is just great.
You will pay the price.
But you have to download 2 mods for that
Dude,
though. You have
hey.
to download the Outer Rim mod is what it's called, and you have to download the Easier Dismemberment mod.
So could I do? We could do a mod for like chainsaw people.
I mean, if there was a Lancer mod for that game, you probably, but I don't know if there is.
That'd be cool.
Groovy.
There's
Or
a
a
lot
retro lancer.
it's mainly like
Just
weapons.
charge 'em.
Yeah, you just use there's like
Chainsaw
guns
in
and
one
stuff
hand,
like that
shotgun in
sometimes.
the other.
I wish it's more or less melee weapons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At that point, I mean, there in the Outer Rim mod, there is like the stormtrooper weapons and clone troopers and all that. So
Imagine throwing the chainsaw at them and then pulling it back with the force,
Or
like
just spinning it around.
yeah.
oh no, that's something you can do with lightsabers too. You can throw it and then you can pick it up after it's the ground, and then you can spin it where it's at. So I don't have to just throw it and catch it. I can hold it where it's at and keep spinning it. So then I can like drag it everywhere and start chopping people in half.
Can you throw dirt?
You can do
now?
2 at a
need
time.
to,
What?
Yeah, then you can pull them back to you, and yeah, it's so
Okay,
cool.
I'd like to come
Lightsaber
over at
fan
some
blade?
point
Yeah,
and test
lightsaber
that
fan
out.
blades. So
Dude,
then
there needs
I'll
to
have
be a competitive
I'll hold on to
match.
one with my left hand and start throwing ones with my right. It's so fun.
Can you imagine that? Like an
General
arena style
Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
competitive VR battle.
That's how it felt.
And dude, put sensors on your face and body so when you're battling somebody and they stab you, like you feel it. Right.
You can use the force on heavy objects. So like
Yeah,
each
it'll
level
just
has
tase
like
you.
right.
each map, I should say, because it's not like a progression game, but they have these giant barrels, and like when you use the force on them, like you have to move kind of slow because they're big objects. So it's kind of like it's going based on like the weight.
So
of
if you
the
go
object.
too fast, then
But
it
then,
drops.
so I'll pull it towards me and then I'll use the force and it'll push it really hard and it'll knock dudes away. Oh, it's so fun.
It is super cool.
Yeah. That's not even a mod. You can just do that.
Right. right.
Use the force.
I wonder what Squadrons is going to be like.
Oh, I'm so pumped for that, especially with that headset.
Right.
Oh my gosh. I want to get a wheel, like a steering wheel. I mean, obviously you don't really need one for Squadrons.
Right.
But yeah, like I was thinking about just getting racing games in general because there are some getting like a full-on wheel and pedal.
Right.
And just doing that in VR. Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
You'd never have to leave your house.
I wouldn't. Drive to the store.
Really, you
and
shouldn't
not
leave
come
your
back
house
with
now.
real life food.
Can't wait
Yeah.
for my surrogate, like freaking UPS driver to drop off my packages. He's working from home due to COVID. He's like a freaking robot driving the truck. He's got his VR headset at home.
Yeah, he's got to drone it in for you.
Join it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm definitely
Still
pumped
smells.
for Squadrons though. Like,
Yeah.
that just looks so fun. And they said the whole game is in VR, not just certain certain maps and stuff. Like you
That's
play
good.
the whole game in VR, like cutscenes and everything.
Right. That's awesome.
It is really cool. So I don't know how the cutscenes will look in VR. It'll probably just be like a weird perspective.
I don't think I'm supposed to talk about it, but they're regular cutscenes.
So like it just pops up. Is it in 3D still though?
I mean, I didn't play it in VR.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they just look
Just
like regular cutscenes.
Okay, but I'm saying, how would that look in VR though?
I mean, it's first person when you're
Oh,
just standing there talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even in the cutscenes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, like you're a
just sitting-
character in that
Okay.
world and you are
Okay.
experiencing it in real time.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool then.
So they'll turn to you and they'll like acknowledge you. They'll be like, "Well, come on,
nod
we've
your
got to
head.
go do some shit."
I can probably flip them off.
Probably.
Come on, Bobby, let's go.
That was what I named my character.
Did you?
No.
That'd be really funny if you did.
That's cool, man. I'm super excited about this index thing because I really, really want to try it.
Oh, you definitely have to.
I mean, I don't know that I can convince my wife to let me spend more money because we both got new gaming PCs. So it seems like maybe we shouldn't waste any more of our money.
I felt like I had to though, because the whole reason I got a new PC anyways, because I wanted to go more
Right.
into VR, and I was like,
Right.
well, in order to get the index, I would want a better computer. So then I got the computer. I was like, well, now I got to get the index. You know, like what I got it.
Right.
for.
You got to pull both triggers.
So,
Come on. I don't
exactly.
know. What about you, Malcolm? You in for VR?
I haven't even tried
You need to
it,
try it.
but I need. The only
it's
thing that
amazing.
concerns me is the stuff about like motion sickness and stuff, because I feel
Yeah.
like
There's ways to prevent that, especially if you're not
Like a
moving
E-band.
around a whole lot.
Here's something to be concerned about, though. If you're a dad, you have basically 100% chance of being motion sick. Literally, I have not met one person who is a father who's been like playing video games or anything. It's like, whoa, this is making me motion sick. I don't literally like this. Case in point, my dad.
Your dad.
Yeah. If you are
What about
a
Ryan's
father
a
of
dad?
any children, you will be motion sick playing any video game.
There's something about being a father that makes you motion sick. Maybe it's just fucking kids. This is driving him crazy. This is your fucking fault.
Yeah.
This is not on him, Sam. You back the fuck down.
Whoa.
bring him down here.
Yeah. Sam's dad.
Come play VR. Prove him wrong.
I thought you were bringing down like Malcolm's kids to come beat me up or something.
Bring them both down.
Yeah, bring them both down.
That's after.
Yeah, we won't do that on videotape.
So can't we disprove that with Troy? Doesn't he do like everything? No motion sickness?
I think so. We would have to get Troy on. Troy is not here.
And that's just a concern. I haven't actually.
Right.
So,
But Troy's
now
not
I
here
want to
'cause
try
he-
it just to prove.
He had COVID, so sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry to Troy for having the sickness. So,
Man, he got
Down
to go
with
on
the
the
sickness.
Backstreet Boys reunion tour. Dang.
yeah. Yeah, that's where he got sick, was the Backstreet Boys reunion
Oh,
tour.
yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
what about you, Sam?
You'd have to be sick to go to one.
You going to get in VR? You going to get on this Oculus Rift train at least?
It's a money pit at this point. It's like,
Yeah.
well, do I want VR? Okay, that's $1,000 up front. But in order to even play the VR, you're going to need a good graphics card. But if you're going to need a good graphics card, you're going to need a PC that can keep up with it. And my PC can't keep up with it.
Right.
So I'm basically going to have to like redo my whole computer.
Yes.
What graphics card you got?
Freaking one.
He has the first graphics card ever made.
Windows XP.
No, I have one. I have a graphics card.
Oh, you have one.
Oh, you bought a graphics card?
I have one of those. I have
that
one.
what-
in my
Ah,
computer.
yes. I know what those are.
I assume there is one inside of this tower.
Are you saying the computer has things inside it? Whoa! I don't know anything about that.
Thought we did the tower.
The files are in the computer.
Yeah, I didn't ask the guy. Wow. So
You're like, you bust open the computer. I'm trying to find the files. Like looking around for the actual folder.
Zoolander.
Yeah, Zoolander.
I have the files right here.
Yeah. Where'd all the files go?
The files are
So
in the computer.
stupid.
I love it. I
So,
love the movie.
Are you going to buy a gaming PC, Sam?
Well, see, where's your old gaming PC? You said you just got a new one.
Do you, I mean,
You've got.
I would
everything on there for the
consider
podcast.
selling you the old My Alienware.
We'll talk deep.
We'll talk after the pod. We'll talk after
we'll
the
talk
pod.
deets after that.
Pod.
As of right now,
bidding war.
I don't have the money
Okay.
that I want to spend on it.
Sure.
Secondly, my house doesn't have power. So
Oh, man.
So you can't even have a VR headset.
There's no electricity.
I can't even charge my phone to
That's
order,
what that
like,
means.
parts.
Wait, why do you not have power?
Speaking of no power,
storm.
there was a storm that rolled through, just like that Garth Brooks song. And you have a story about that storm.
Stormy
That
Daniel.
hit you too?
Dude, I was driving through it. They're like, tornado warning. And it was on my phone that didn't even have a SIM card in it.
Hey, tornado warning.
But here's a friendly thing. Before you start your story, I just learned this yesterday. So even if you have a phone that's deactivated, doesn't have anything on it, like it's like an iPad, like iPhone basically,
No SIM
now an
card.
iPod, you can still dial 911 on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, emergency.
My mom gave me her old phone when I was like a kid. It was like just a little flip phone. And then she's like, if you need to call 911, you can use this.
Yeah, I had no
Either
idea.
that or you're playing Tetris.
It's 2 uses still.
2 uses. 911 or Tetris.
Gosh, I remember when I had
One's
like
more fun
200
than the
text
other.
messages a month, and then you get close to that limit, and they're like, "You're in trouble," and it's like,
Like 2 cents a text after that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, the bill's $400. I'm so sorry.
sorry, I met a girl.
Yeah, exactly.
She won't respond, but I'll
Got
keep trying.
nudies.
No, but I got like like not an Amber Alert, but I got like the little weather warning thing. And I was like, well, that's where I'm at right now.
The weather
I'm
is
not
missing.
stopping for the tornado.
It's an Amber Alert for the weather. The weather is missing. The weather has been kidnapped. Where did the clouds go?
The silver Cadillac, a 94 silver Cadillac, captured the tornado.
Blame Chicken Little.
Yeah, the sky's falling.
All right.
So,
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Phil.
so there was a few events that happened yesterday that just ruined all kinds of plans. So I did a thing because Verizon's all like, oh, by the way, if you have this account, you can sign up for this thing for Avengers.
Okay.
A new game coming out, which I had no interest in because it doesn't look that good. And I mean, it doesn't look awful, but seeing people play it, I'm like,
Okay.
it's okay. But they're like, hey, if you get this ticket and redeem it, you can get in the beta and get the entire game, like the whole game for free.
It's like a Willy Wonka fucking golden ticket shit?
Yes.
All right.
So I text my mom and I'm like, can I do this? And she's like, well, do you have the app? I'm like, yes. She's like, go here, do this and sign up. Because you go through Verizon Rewards.
Oh, okay. I was like, why would you need to ask your mom for permission?
Well, not permission,
ask
but
your
like,
parents
can I? Because she works at Verizon.
Oh,
So,
wow. That makes
yeah.
way
That
more
makes, I
sense.
know. I was like, why are you asking your mom for stuff?
Yeah. You're a grown man, Phil.
baby.
Excuse me, Mom. Can I please?
No, you can't have any more V-Bucks. We talked about this.
It wasn't an asking permission. I'm like,
Gotcha.
Can our account do this?
Yes, that makes sense.
Because there are some things she can and can't do because she works there.
Right.
So I sign up, go to it, and like it's ticket. There's 5,000 tickets. You redeem a ticket and you can like do this super ticket like every 6 months for events.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm probably never going to get on this app again. So I'll hit claim. And it's like, okay, cool. All right. You claim it and you get a chance to get one.
Okay.
You know, and then if you don't, then you could do other things. But then it's like, okay, you got it. Here's your code. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go online and then it's like, oh, hey, can you get into your old account? No, none of your passwords work. Hey, you can reset it. Okay, here's all of your security questions. All right, cool. I remember the answers to every one of these. That answer's not right. What? That answer's not right. What? It's like, all 4 of these questions, I know what I fucking put for these, you piece of shit.
It's like, what was your first grade teacher's name? It's
My
like, did it
mom!
change? Like that.
Mom, where did you go to school? Home.
Nope.
Those answers are pretty simple.
Fact check wrong.
You have caps lock on?
I check wrong.
I did both ways. I did all 3 ways. It's like capital H, no, undercut, like,
Isn't it kind of funny though? Like in sweepstakes or like entering in a code to get like a claim, a reward, or something like that. So it almost seems like every single time you don't make it, you're like, man, I gotta try next time. Maybe I'll get it. But when you win, you're like, nah, it's a scam.
so
A scam.
No way I won.
I eventually made just a new account under a different email because I have more than one.
Sure.
Because I'm like, whatever. I sign up and it's like, yeah. And then it has like this whole little account page and it's like, here's your beta code. And then eventually this code will pop up when the full game releases. So I'm like, damn, I got the full game for free and like some costume bonuses.
Dude, is that for real?
Yeah,
Like,
it's like legitimately for real.
or is it a
Like,
demo of the full
No.
game, like 10-hour limited time? Like,
no, because they did, because Avengers is like they're teaming up with Verizon, PlayStation, Xbox.
Yeah, Intel was another
AT&T.
one.
Like they're doing it's weird, but whatever.
I know.
I'm not gonna complain because I got it for free.
You're gonna complain because as soon as you boot up that game, it's gonna go do 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 do.
Well, no, here there is a thing that actually happened.
No strangers
But-
to love.
But no, the reason they're doing that is because only 5,000 people can do it.
Okay.
There's a limit.
Sure.
5,000 people, and you have to sign up for their rewards. So you have to be like all this stuff. It's not just, oh, hey, this. And like it was restricted to like full members. Like I think there's Verizon Fios or something where like you're limited more.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it because I had heard from some other people. So I get it. I download the beta. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll try this out so I can talk about it on the podcast. Boot it up. Cannot connect to the servers.
Yeah, he sent us a picture.
Try
in the
again
group
later.
chat. Fuck.
Why the fuck do I have to get on the servers for the beta? This isn't an online game. So I'm like, fuck this. All right. Fuck it.
I don't
It's
know.
Rick Roll.
Okay.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. All right, stop.
Corroborate and listen.
Yeah, remix edition.
Because we're going to make his brain explode.
I said corroborate.
So
Rabid.
I did that like 20 times trying to get it to load, and I'm like, okay, maybe the servers aren't on yet. for the
Right,
beta. I don't fucking know. I'm like, all right, well, I downloaded Fall Guys.
Okay.
I got that through PlayStation Plus. I'm like, I'm going to play it. So me and my wife are having dinner. 7 o'clock. Tornado warning. I look outside. I'm like, shit. I can see some stuff. Like it wasn't too crazy, but I saw some swirls.
Windows. That's usually how they work.
I wouldn't see nothing too crazy, but if you should look at
And then the trees were like freaking sideways going towards that. And I'm like, oh, power out, power on, power out until 9.
Your microwave beeps
until
10
noon
times.
today.
Wow.
So at 7 o'clock, my power went out. Beep. So I wasn't able to do any of that stuff.
Shit.
And I'm like, great, what am I going to do? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I have a Switch. I downloaded this not that long ago. I'll play Graveyard Keeper,
Okay.
which is so much fun.
All right.
It is, as I was playing it, my wife was like, this is really like Stardew Valley. I'm like, yes, but it's really dark.
Okay.
As you play a graveyard keeper, so
instead of a farm,
it's a graveyard.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, which it's super fun. The humor's really dark, and like there's a lot of making fun of stuff, and you're trying to like delve into a creepy religious cult to like see what they're up to with the bodies. And so like you have to manage them and manage the graveyard because different bodies have different values, and then you can exhume corpses, you can do different things, and then you can also do autopsies and like embalming to make the corpses have a higher value. And then you decorate the graves to get a better value. And then you use those parts in crafting, and then you start building tools and do like the standard stuff. So I have like anvils and smithies, and I had played it like maybe in the beginning of this year or last year. I played it on a PC. I'm
Okay.
like, this is fun. Play it for a while. And then it was on sale for Switch, and I'm like, ooh, I would really like to have this game on mobile because it's easy to pick up and go.
Right.
So the only thing I don't like is to open up the menus, you have to press the minus button. So like you're going through, and I'm like, can't it be this?
Right.
The plus button? No, so I got to go. And I'm like, you can't change the controls. I'm like, that's my one complaint, you dumb fucks.
You can change
Minus
them,
button.
You can change them at the system level now.
Oh, that is true. I might do that.
Because every time I fire up my Switch, it's like, do you want to switch these back? Did you know your controls are switched? And I'm like, yes, I fucking get it.
I know.
It's fine.
Yeah, I might actually do that. That's a good idea.
What does the plus sign do currently?
It pauses the game. So you have like your pause options, which I would rather be on the minus because
Right.
I don't press that one on 5 minutes.
I play my games real time. I don't need a pause button.
But like there's really cool there's cool crafting trees, and then there's like a skill tree where as you do stuff you get points in different, like there's 3 sections. There's red, green, and blue.
Okay.
I don't know their exact names, but like red is more physical, green is more like nature and herbal, I guess.
Okay.
Like if you clear up brush and stuff, you'll get more green points.
Okay.
Yet to get any blue. That's something like spiritual, because like you wind up opening up your church and like you have sermons, and it's just like, our church is great. let us pray. And then you get like energy and everybody's like, yeah, the great sermon. And then they drop off money in your gather box. So it's really funny.
I have not played much of Stardew Valley.
Also is very good.
Is this like, is it specifically a riff on Stardew Valley, or does
It's
it
more
do things
just
to
like-
invent itself?
It does things to itself. I like its art style more.
Okay.
Because it's way more, like it's more. Stardew Valley is a little simpler. It's not like super 8-bit.
I mean, it basically looks like Pokemon, like original Pokemon.
Yeah.
A little nicer, obviously.
Whereas Graveyard Keeper is a bit closer and a bit thicker and more, it's got more to it. I like its art style more.
Okay.
It has more to it. But I did really enjoy Stardew when I played it because I liked Harvest Moon and I played Rune Factory way back on the DS.
Right.
So, which is basically that. And again, in Graveyard Keeper, it's more just like that, but with dark humor.
Yeah.
The characters are really weird, very quirky, and they also talk really funny. They sounds like Undertale.
Okay.
They just have like the
Right.
and then some of them just have crazy noises. Like there was a blacksmith who just sounds like Squidward. He's just like,
What do you think Squidward sounds like?
That-
You got SpongeBob.
like if Squidward was just making noises, because they don't actually talk. They have dialogue boxes, but they make sounds like Banjo-Kazooie. He goes like
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild, they speak Japanese. They go, Nani?
Yeah, they have like 3 spoken words in that entire game, and the rest is text.
Well, that's not true. It's the cutscenes are fully voiced. And Breath of the Wild. They're fully voiced.
Fine. But the actual
was
game
weird.
isn't.
Well, yeah, because that's never been like that.
Yeah, fuck that. Just because it's never been like that doesn't mean it shouldn't be.
That's way too much dialogue.
Oh, yeah, they don't. You're right. They don't manage it in other RPGs. They don't manage to fully voice all the other fucking RPGs that aren't Breath of the Wild. I forgot. God damn it.
Nani?
You're triggering me.
Taking that too personally. Considering everything else they did, I don't think they need to put that.
No, it is
into that.
absolutely
like that.
I do not like that game at all.
What, Breath of the Wild?
The game doesn't like you.
For sure.
Imagine not liking a game that's actually kind of solid. Like,
Don't make you mad.
Welcome to the podcast. Like, I have unpopular opinions sometimes.
yeah, that explains our Game of the Year list now.
Yeah. So no, it doesn't.
I
Game of the Year is perfection.
so freaking good. That's
but
right.
Why you bully me?
yeah.
That look you just gave us.
Was it
Freaking rude.
So me and my wife were not happy last night. We played on our Switches for a bit, which I was happy. I'm like, sweet. This is why I have a Switch. If the power goes out, I can do fucking something.
Right.
Which
Do you have a portable battery pack or anything like that? Nothing? No generator? Fuck.
I
mean,
You?
Yeah. I mean, I have I got the power pack that all the pod stuff is on. So if the power goes out right now, we're good. We can just keep recording.
Dude, that's crazy.
Wow.
And then
I didn't even know
I
that.
got a whole house generator too. So it'll be off for about 10 seconds and then the whole house generator kicks on.
Ooh.
that's nuts.
I mean,
dude.
yeah. Congratulations.
gnarly, bro.
You're prepared.
Yes.
Dude.
Prepared for the storm.
Yeah. I've not had.
It's not me. I didn't fucking install that thing. There was old people that lived here before me and they could not live without the power.
Like,
so.
what if we miss a Jeopardy question?
Bingo.
Maybe it was actually like really sad and someone was on life support or something and like
It wasn't. They're fine.
no, they're dead now.
Well, so again,
Ryan moved in.
we're
took
not
him
in
off.
that situation.
Gotcha.
I'm not about to install a generator.
Does it annoy you how long the Switch takes to charge?
Yes.
No.
It's a long
It annoys
time.
me.
Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I've not had any issues.
Or like when you let it die for a while and then you go to plug it in and it just doesn't turn on for a good while.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
that
do you
issue.
guys
What you
have
get
like
for
the
not paying
normal
attention
model?
to me?
Yeah, I've got the first gen
I got
Switch.
first gen too.
I have the new one, so maybe that does better all around.
Probably.
I've had no issues, and I mean, I rarely play it undocked.
Okay. Yeah, I always
the
play it in
explanation.
handheld.
So I want to say I had it fully charged, and I hadn't played it in like 2 months.
Okay.
Unplugged, left alone, came back to it, and it's still at 30%.
Right.
So
Not so bad.
Not so bad for being
that original
nothing done with it.
That original one is like pretty rough on the battery life total.
Yeah, I think if I play it when it's charged in, I have somewhere between like 6+
Okay.
on most normal. And I heard the original was like 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like half.
They just kind of did some rearranging and put I think a different battery in it. The other thing that I guess I've been doing, since we didn't quite get to talk about it since I last, but I've been playing a crap ton of Ghost of Tsushima, which, holy hell, obviously coming off of Last of Us 2 and going into this, it's just like, it's fun again.
Yeah.
Like
video games are fun again.
Video games are fun. Like this is
fucking that game ruined you.
Oh my god. It legitimately almost did. Like I was severely depressed and like I hate playing game because I had to keep fucking playing that piece of shit. And one thing that is intriguing me since its launch is it's been selling insanely well. It's sold out everywhere.
Okay.
So not only are the numbers incredible, like it sold on its first 3 days 2.5 million copies.
Nice.
And sold out.
Right.
Everywhere, so they could have been easily to 4 million by now, but they didn't expect everyone to go, hey, a good game, we're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
So whenever I go to a store, I look to see, because I've seen many people show pictures where they show that Last of Us 2 is fully stocked,
I think there's a Reddit mega thread for just pictures of Last of Us 2 on shelves.
With Ghost of Tsushima being sold out.
Right.
Imagine the guy that made that call, like, hey, we're not expecting that many sales, so we're not going to have that many.
What a great
Like, you got to explain that to the guy.
Everyone was shocked. Everyone. Because it's a new IP.
Because weeds are the silent majority.
For a new IP.
Weebs are the silent majority.
Oh boy. And that's what's kind of cool about the game itself in instances. But I went to the game section just because I was looking at games, and I looked and I went, holy shit. So not only were the 2 sections where the game is sold full, maybe 20 copies there. Mm-hmm. I looked down at the bottom. You know, sometimes they have some of the overflow.
Yeah.
3 full stacks of Last of Us 2 just sitting there. So they had maybe 40 to 50 copies of Last of Us 2
Probably some in the back,
just sitting there. Maybe.
Right.
And then I look up at the top, and guess what's completely empty? 2 slots of Ghost of Tsushima sold out.
Man.
And I'm like, damn, if that don't speak the truth, which I have pictures and we will show.
So
I think,
one of
right
the
here.
funniest things about that, Phil, because you keep sending in the group chat and stuff, so I've been following up on it a little bit here and there, is that there are multiple like media outlets, including Kotaku, that keep publishing stories like the reason The Last of Us 2 got shit on and how Metacritic is broken because it got review bombed and all this other bullshit. And I keep reading these stories, and like, I have only seen a handful of people, like actual users, that like this fucking game.
Last of Us 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, from all the people that I've talked to, they have said basically what you've said is like, or what Austin said is like, it's either mediocre or terrible, and parts of it are fucking terrible. Yeah. So it just blows my mind every time I read like the Kotaku articles and stuff like that. And IGN has put up a couple too. It's like, oh, The Last of Us 2 doesn't deserve all the hate, blah, blah. It's just racist fucking trolls and all this like right-wing rant, like all this fucking shit. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, there are legitimate criticisms of that game that you guys are glossing over.
I mean,
isn't it?
And like, it pisses me off.
I figured it's just because they killed, you know, they did the bad thing, you know.
Bad thing. Now,
they did the bad thing. Was that it?
This close.
Oh, no. They did.
Do I need to hit it?
The thing.
Yeah.
Fucking spoiled.
Okay.
All right. They freaking killed Joel, right?
Right,
That's what everybody's
okay.
mad about.
I mean,
right?
there are people that are mad about that, but that happens in the first 2 fucking
First 2
hours.
hours out of
there are
30-hour
worse
game.
things about that game that aren't killing Joel.
So,
the rest of them is just Joel's dead.
I mean, there's a huge.
Yeah,
there's-
that's the second worst thing. The other 10 on the list.
the problem is there's a lot of.
I mean, I don't think we need to go into it. We did a whole episode,
Yeah.
like,
Watch the episode.
But
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like there are things you can't look past.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just bad. Like one example, I'll just give one.
Oh my God, Phil.
We
did it so many
I
times.
know. I'm just giving one example because
Link
you're
the
talking about
episode.
the article.
Okay.
One article. One example. In the beginning, the bad guys are looking for a specific character. They find him. He says his name. No reaction. They talk to Joel. He says his name. Everybody goes, holy shit, when they were literally looking for the other character to find him. No reaction. That's bad writing.
We find A, we get B. Hey, everybody, I'm B. Yeah, it's not important. Hey, everybody, I'm A. Oh, that's what we need to get B.
Yeah. Really. Yeah. So it's,
Wow.
yeah. And it's just, and with review bombing, that was what was happening with Ghost of Tsushima.
But in a good
And
way.
it's still super high. It's one of the highest rated games right now.
Who's review
And you
bombing
look
Ghost
at
of Tsushima?
angry trolls of The Last of Us 2 who defended it.
There's
because they were
other
defend-
trolls.
Yes.
Two camps.
Because people have done countless articles into this where it's people have reviewed 2 games. Last of Us 2, 10 out of 10. Ghost of Tsushima, 0 out of 10.
They're not even like comparable games.
Nobody who
Why-
made it was Japanese. That's usually what they say.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
Love that.
For
Now,
real. Seen that as a reason.
A good thing about this game is it's not, oh, this is a historic Japan. There is historic things in it. It takes place in events that happened, but it's a love letter to a director who I probably won't pronounce his name right, but there's the Kuwasawa mode.
Yeah.
And this game is designed to emulate his movies, which it does in such a beautiful way.
Yeah,
so
I
you
kind of want to
get,
play it just when you said that.
oh, it's just fun and beautiful. And like, the game has never done contrast as well as this one has, where you just get to see the bright, vibrant color beautifully. And it's just so much fun. I've never wanted to have so many particle effects in a game where there's just so much happening on screen and it's beautiful.
Juicy.
The waypoints is wind. Wind blows and you follow stuff that flies through the wind.
That's cool.
That sounds like Wind Waker.
You just get to run and look at everything beautiful and be
Excellent,
like,
good.
where am I going? Oh yeah, follow the wind. And my favorite thing, I guess this is a slight gameplay spoiler, so whatever. Very slight.
Hey, yo.
Obviously, this is one of the, it's a slightly dated open world design, but it's done the best. So it's like if you were playing Assassin's Creed, but it was just really well done.
Yeah.
So running around is super fun. You find people, they tell you about things, you do them, and it feels a bit more organic. But one of my favorite things is you can be wandering around, look off into the distance, and you just see this pillar. And you go up to the pillar, and it's just got like dead people around it and swords and blades and all this stuff. And you get up to this pillar, and there's an other samurai's sword there.
Okay.
And when you get close, all this cool music plays, and it's like, and it gets all super serious, and it's Pillar of Honor. And you grab it, and you get their sword. So you get to have different looking like sword sheaths and whatnot.
Okay.
And it just feels like this really cool thing. And then a lot of times when you're there, if you look like you'll find a samurai's body, you can bow to them and it'll say, rest in peace, brother, or things like that, which is very cool. And I just, whenever I see the pillar, I'm like, oh, I wonder what sword I'm going to find.
Does it have a Japanese dub with
Yes.
it? Oh, okay, I'm down.
And the main character is voiced by Zoro from One Piece.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh, I'm so down. I was picturing that in my head.
Yes, it's him.
Sam, why have you not played this game yet?
I mean, it's
going to,
It's
but it
PS4
sounds like-
exclusive.
Made it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact they put
Yeah.
Zoro's
Now,
voice actor
what I would
there.
recommend it doing, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter to you because you're into subs, but I'm going through it once in English so I can kind of get the gist and understand things. And the main character is voiced by his model. So like he looks like his voice actor, which is why I also want to play it in English because it's him.
Right.
So I think and the voices are really well done. They got a lot of good people who have maybe watched anime and other stuff would recognize some of those English actors.
Right.
And then
Wait,
I
is
want
the
to,
English voice actor for Zoro or the Japanese voice
no,
actor?
the Japanese voice actor. Yeah, who's really crazy. No, the English voice for him is like more an actor and not necessarily super new, but like he's the model for the character and does the voice. So I like when they do that.
Yeah.
But I'm going through it once in English so I can get it because I'm not good at following as well as some other people could be. And then I want to play it again in Japanese because I'm already like, I want to play through this again. It's so fun and so good. And I'm tempted to do the Kurosawa mode,
Right.
which is not just black and white, but it changes some of how the game's stylized. The audio goes into stereo instead of surround, and they kind of mess with the EQ to make it sound like an old samurai film based on Kurosawa. So I'm very tempted to do that, but I'm also like, the game's so pretty.
You know,
So
one quick thing about the Zoro voice actor thing right now. So he's obviously Zoro from One Piece, and they go through a lot of. They've been running a show for a while now, but I could
1,000
totally
episodes.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. Like right now, thinking about where they're at in One Piece right now, they're in a very Japanese centric. Like usually they're on like an island or something like that, and it's like a Rainbow Island or
Makeup,
something.
yeah,
It's Dinosaur Island. But right now they're on like freaking samurai Japanese Wano Island. It's like the Japanese arc is what it is, and it's all about. Well, it's not all about Zoro, but Zoro's got a huge spotlight in it. So right now he's
got a sword, so
he's
he's a sword
in
guy.
the mood, the voice actor right now for that kind of thing. And I can imagine him doing that, Zoro being a samurai in a samurai land, to doing his samurai game. I could just totally feel like he's in his zone. That'd be so cool.
And
Like, it is so cool.
Yeah.
He's just telling you about it.
It
right
is
now.
very cool.
I was contributing.
Another thing is that my wife was paying attention a little bit to here and there because she's kind of following the story a little bit. And they have moments where the character is conflicted because he's a samurai, so it's honor. And he has to do things that are dishonorable, and he wasn't taught that way. So when he first starts kind of delving into being like an assassin, he has flashbacks where you get character growth and learn how he learned to be a samurai and honorable. And I felt like, I don't want to be an assassin because I feel how bad this is making the main character feel. And it was so well and easily done in this game compared to, I don't know, pile of turds called Last of Us 2. You should feel bad because I say so. I don't fucking feel bad. Story sucks. So much fun. So much fun. Just running around killing people. Oh, the combat's so good. It's so good. Just visceral. There's weight to it. You want a fun sword game? Play that. It's play the game. Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
What kind of specs do I need?
It's a PS4 game.
So you need the PS4.
You need the PlayStation 4.
But you mean it's not on PC?
Nope. PS4 only.
Sucker Punch game. Sony owns
No,
studio.
talk about a sucker punch.
Right,
Dude, you're gonna have to get a PS4 for
Are you
it.
serious?
It's so
I'm
good.
sure you can buy a used one, Sam.
Oh,
I bet they are not
have the
very
used
expensive.
Slim.
I'm not buying a
One that you can
PS4.
borrow
Get a
one.
PS5.
They literally just came out with a PS5. Why would I buy
It's
an
not out
outdated?
yet.
Well, it'll be playable on it.
Hopefully.
I'm not buying a PS5.
Okay.
Do it.
I'm not telling you to buy a PS5.
That's such a
Sam,
huge
this
sucker
will be
punch.
your favorite game ever. I can already tell you. It has Zoro from
I
One
know.
Piece.
I really like the game, but like, shoot, dude, like, why? Why only make it like? You know how much money they could have made to have it on?
You know how much money they're already making?
How much more money? Like I said, more money they could have made by making it on different platforms.
So speaking of Sony games coming to Steam, did you guys see that Horizon Zero Dawn is running like fucking trash on PC?
Really?
Yeah, I have not bought it yet because of that. Like I was on board and it's in my Steam wish list, and then I read a bunch of reviews that were like, this needs to be fixed. Freezing up hard drives, hard crashing to the boot screen, and like, fuck, damn.
It was selling super well though too. So
Yeah, it was in the top sellers on Steam, and then a bunch of people started reporting quality issues with it. So I'm not sure who did the port, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet because I was like, I don't
give it a
really want
month,
it to.
and they'll probably
Yeah, I'm hoping that they start working on some patches for that because I really, really do want to play that game and see it on my monitor, my new PC here.
So I guess
Let's take a break. We'll be right back with some more shit.
What's that, Sammy? Is there a new podcast to listen to? I can marvel all day. We'll play it.
Welcome, true believers and newcomers alike.
Dude, what's with the announcer voice?
Is that too much?
It's not enough.
Look for new episodes on Mondays.
Not every Monday.
Tune in to keep up with the latest Marvel news.
So, my name's Shan, and this is Hoagie.
And learn more about your favorite Marvel heroes.
Mostly just our favorite part.
Find us on your preferred podcasting app.
Are you gonna tell them what the name of the podcast is?
I can marvel all day.
Do you think we got our message across?
Hey, we have a podcast called I Can Marvel All Day. It's about everything Marvel, and we hope that you will listen to us.
Cue the music track.
Welcome back from break, everybody. Thank you to Mike for letting us use his promo there. I can marvel all day. I've listened to a handful of episodes. I'm in. Like, they only do it every other week, I think. They ended up putting out episodes, but
There's not new Marvel news every week.
right,
So,
right.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Like, I can't listen that often anyways, and I wouldn't want to listen to just drivel like this fucking show. So
they can do it almost every day.
almost.
Almost. I can do this all day, except not.
All right, let's move on from that. Malcolm, Gears Tactics. Tell me about it.
So it's turn-based now, or like the game is set up turn-based.
Okay.
And it's so you have a certain amount of characters that you can load into like a match. It's all like single player, no multiplayer or online. So you go through the campaign, has the cutscenes, story scenes typical for Gears.
What is the campaign? Is it a new story? Is it retelling the old story?
Like it's before, like so a pre
cool,
a pre like before the first game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like in a sense, like there's some new characters that you didn't really catch in, like when you go into Gears 1, like the main antagonist in this one is not like at all present or mentioned or anything.
Sure.
It's somebody completely different. So I'm wondering how much it'll tie into what you learned in Gears 5's game, and you haven't played the story yet, right?
No.
Okay, so
I haven't even beat 4.
Yep.
I didn't even beat 3. Let's back that up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm a big fan.
Well, you know what? I haven't beat any of them, so there we go.
If the game's not good, I don't finish it.
No,
Okay.
if
No.
the game is a video game, I don't finish.
Hold on a
it.
second.
That's better. Yeah.
He hasn't finished Ocarina of Time.
Why you bullying
and-
me?
Come on.
Oh,
Dude,
dang.
like I'm just saying. Like,
And you want to throw shade on Breath of the Wild?
Yes, I do.
I mean,
Not a good game.
so it's turn-based, and so it's kind of like a Horde where you have certain character. Well, actually, no.
Okay.
Damn.
is an RTS?
Have you played this game?
Yeah, I have. Damn, I'm just trying to think of Horde because I don't. So like in Horde. Never mind. Scratch that.
Okay.
So, anyways, your characters only have certain weapons that they can do. Or
So
use.
class-based.
Yeah, class-based. Sorry.
Right.
Is what I was trying to get to. So class-based. Now, I just got to the second act, chapter 2 or whatever it is, and it is there's finally some boomers in the mix too on the map.
Okay.
And when you kill them,
Like old people?
Yeah, we're taking out the baby boomers.
I think we might be skipping past some stuff here, though.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do?
all right. So each act has or whatever section or whatever you load into a game. Like there's missions.
Okay.
And you can go in and there's certain objectives. So sometimes it's like rescuing other civilians that have been captured by the locusts, and then other times it's rationing, collecting supplies, or the one you had to secure a location and defend off some locusts from this vehicle and stuff that you're trying to retrieve for your camp.
And you mentioned that it's turn-based and class-based, so that's a lot different from what Gears of War has done in the past, because it was a third-person shooter.
Yeah.
Are there elements in here that does it still feel like you're playing a Gears game?
I mean, obviously, so the executions are still there.
Okay.
And they still do like an action scene when you do the execution on them. Sometimes it's not They don't do it like real close up. Sometimes they'll just do it from where you're zoomed out on the map. Like
Okay, so you're looking at top down sky view, directing people around on a map.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you can only see so far. So like outside that area is clouded, so you don't know. Sometimes locusts get dropped in certain areas of the map, and they're in some parts of this area, but you're not sure where they're traveling to and where they're possibly going to pop out at.
Okay.
So there's you got three different your typical weapons. You got your primary, your pistol, and then you got either a frag grenade or a stim grenade that you can use.
Stim grenade is like a medic grenade?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Medic grenade.
Medic grenade.
Now, which is all right, but like there's a perk that, or I don't know if it's a perk like in the tree for the class, like each individual character's like class, because you can choose different ways that you want to go with a character based on like their perks or whatever. But the stim grenade is kind of like pointless in a sense, because if you do get downed, there's a second win button that allows you to revive yourself and stand up.
Okay.
So
I wonder if there's like maybe on a harder difficulty you can't do that, so that makes the stim grenades more useful. Maybe.
I'm not on the highest difficulty. The one below that, I'm not sure what they're called.
Right.
It's not easy mode, but
I was just laughing at the idea of like a grandma, like you're visiting your grandma and she's like, okay, okay, Malcolm, grandma's got to take her pills, like pulls a pin.
Oh, we're alive today. Make some noise.
I think this is the right one.
It's just
Oh,
cocaine.
that's the meth grenade.
right. So, with
the classes, do you have different classes that do, like, so you mentioned that the boomers come on the map. Do you have a specific class that's good against heavy enemies, or how does that work?
so it's because we just finished off a Brumac or whatever.
Okay.
Which on the Brumac there was 3 packs on its back that had what the hell is that stuff called? The green glowing shit from
Nickelodeon slime.
Lambent.
Yes, Lambent.
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles.
It had the Lambent on the back, and there was 3 packs that you had to, but it also had 2 machine guns mounted to its arms.
Right.
And it had 3 like rockets that it fired up from its top.
Yep.
Okay, so the strategy in that one was to take out its arms first, instead of trying to, because once you take out the Lambent part, the 3 packs, the Brumac is defeated.
Right.
But if you take out the arms first, that limits the damage that the Brumac can do.
Right.
Like in a given turn, to where like now he can only take his 5 steps or whatever across the map and then shoot rockets at certain areas.
Okay.
Frag grenades are important because you got E-holes that pop up and you want to take those out quickly. I messed up the one time on a map where I used all my frag grenades because you have a cooldown, so you can't like throw a frag grenade like every single turn. It's like 4 turns.
So do you have to pick up ammo and or is it all regenerating?
It's all regenerating. Like I haven't. You got to reload. So like you typically you have about 3 turns or 3 moves with each character on the map, and sometimes you only have 2 characters. Sometimes you have 4. Like in the ones where you have to pick up people from or rescue people and stuff. Once you rescue that person, they become then an active player on the field, and they get a set amount of turns as well.
Okay.
So does it play like XCOM?
Yes.
I played that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, typically you have 3 turns. Now there's certain perks that you can like, I think it's like rally or something like that, but you can give another person like 2 extra like bonus turns and stuff, which is helpful. And it's hard as hell to plant a grenade. 'Cause you got to make sure you have at least 3 turns or 2, because wherever you plant the grenade, you got to get the hell out of the way.
Right.
And it's not instantaneous. So like if there's enemies standing right next to you and you plant a grenade, it's not going to go off right then and there until the enemy's turn. So that's kind of neat or different. In a sense. And then Overwatch is a important move. Okay. Sometimes like especially if you're traveling across the map and you're not sure where the enemy's going to come, you kind of have to go to the if you got 3 moves, you got to go to like the second move point and then do an Overwatch over a certain area. So that way, if they come up too close to you, you can shoot them and then it'll kind of interrupt their turn, so to say.
Okay.
So there's more strategy to it than I thought was going to be. Like I thought it was just going to be like, like whatever. Like it's just gears. Like, you just kill people. Like,
I mean, there's some tacticalness, tacticality, tactics in Gears already.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just making up words here. What are you talking about?
Tactical-assist.
Tactwo.
Already, because you got to hide behind cover and stuff like that, and even taking out a lot of the enemies in Gears are already designed that way. When you got to go toe to toe with a Brumac with a Lancer, like there's shit that you got to do to take that Brumac down that isn't just shoot it a lot.
They also give you like percentage hits too. Like, so if you're aiming at a certain enemy from a certain viewpoint or whatever, you have a certain percentage in that.
Like it's like 50% from here is your hit,
Yeah.
Okay.
And it also gives you, so like if you're deciding to move a character, it'll have like a little thin line highlighting your, shot point, like, or, as far as like, would you be able to hit them if you move there, you're not going to be able to hit them because you have no direct like line. So that's helpful. And just on the like hit percentage, sometimes it's really shitty to like have them go, damn it, I missed. Yeah, really? You had a 70% chance of being able to hit them and you missed? Jeez.
Man, so XCOM.
Yeah.
That's giving me flashbacks. 95% miss. Fuck.
Right.
Reload.
With a sniper. 99%. Oh, you missed 3 turns in a row and now your whole team's dead. Like 99%
wiped.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's some rare cases that you can pick up along the map. They're basically ammo packs, but it doesn't actually give you ammo. It just gives you extra modifications for your guns that you can add and equip.
All right.
And certain mods. I like the way that they did the mods is that they show you directly how it's going to affect. Like it has an arrow, like this is where you're at with your current, modification. If you add this, it's going to take it down, or it's going to, it shows you on like as far as accuracy, damage, range, like all those things. I like the way that they laid that out.
Is that per like, I don't want to say this, is that per map, or is that a constant skill tree that you can upgrade as you go?
So just as you go, like, it's, so
those are permanent effects that you can apply to certain characters in your crew?
Yeah. So at first you have like a maximum of 5 people in the crew. And then as you're going, you get more recruitments, which you pull through, from that pool. So like now I'm able to actually add more of you guys to the list. Cause you can, except for the main 2 or 3 characters, you can't change their name, but you can change everybody else's name.
Awesome.
And so
how many times have I died?
Not.
How many times have I died?
You haven't.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, you and I, we're bosses.
Hey, no cog left behind, all right? I ain't no sissy. Actually, the first person did die in one of the maps. It actually threw me off because I thought I had to restart the whole thing. But certain missions that you go on, they'll tell you like, hey, these people have to make it out. Everybody else, we don't care.
Right.
Like whatever.
I assume it's permadeath when somebody dies.
Yeah.
That's
I've not seen that character back. Okay. God rest her soul. So
that sounds kind of cool, man. And you're playing on PC, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to check that out.
It's
XCOM, so.
I mean, for those of you that have PC Game Pass, it's on Game Pass. You can pay $10 to Microsoft and just play it.
It's $10.
Game Pass is $10.
Oh, gotcha.
For
Okay.
PC. Or if you have the Ultimate Pass, then you're all good
okay.
to go.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't pay shit from like. I don't,
No, you have Ultimate through Xbox already, but
Yeah.
Phil does not have an Xbox. So for the people that only have
Yeah.
PC
Gotcha.
Game Passes,
I got to see if I can still, because I think when I got my CPU, I got like a 3-month code.
There you go.
Pass up.
okay.
See if I can get that.
sure.
Maybe I'll play Gears Tactics.
Yeah.
Enemy unknown.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to what's the next segment? Colin, what's it called?
I think it's the news.
Oh shit! News! It's the news time!
This just in.
All right, first bit of news. This was reported by a lot of people. I read on Xbox Wire. The Xbox Series X is set to launch in November.
Big surprise.
Big surprise.
Wow, didn't see that one coming.
Dang, it's like when they said
Wow.
holiday season, they meant it.
Probably right around Thanksgiving.
There's been speculation that it would be November 17th. That is when Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
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 So
How do you pronounce it?
Valhalla.
Well, actually, that's not the accurate pronunciation of the actual word.
Okay.
Valhalla.
Good
I
for you.
can't tell.
I like
Dollar make me holla.
like his
I
pronounce.
say how Led Zeppelin says it, okay?
Yeah, that's the American pronunciation.
No, that's
not
Led
the actual
Zeppelin.
Norse.
Led
Wait,
Zeppelin
say
is an
yours again?
American.
Don't you mean
It's
Leplin?
closer to like
Leplin.
Valhalla.
Okay.
That's closer to it.
Is it?
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
in language, Norse.
I
There's this really awesome Viking dude on TikTok with a big old beard and everything.
believe you.
He's got a big old beard.
I believe he's actually from
It's a head
The
beard.
braids, the beard, and everything. That's why I said a beard and everything.
As opposed to a body beard?
Yes. Like my body hair is a body beard.
Have you guys ever tried Dr. Squatch soap?
No.
I tried it.
Is it any good? I've wanted to
Dude, the
try it.
bars of soap go through so quick. Like, they,
Oh,
they-
no.
Not good.
I,
Just don't
well,
drop
I
'em.
think, I don't,
Your hair eats the soap.
yeah, I have a feeling that it's because of the hair.
Okay.
Like-
Let's move on from that.
Brought
Whatever
to
the
you
fuck
by-
that is. All right.
Next bit of news.
Yeah, I don't know that there's really much more to say there. The Xbox launches in November.
Yeah. Yay.
So-
Probably PS4, PS5. PS freaking 5, not PS4. I keep saying PS4. Xbox is just Xbox.
Yeah. Next bit of news comes to us from IGN. Mother recovers the $20,000 her son secretly spent on Twitch donations in 17 days.
Someone got
$20,000 in 17 days.
Someone got spanked.
Ryan could do that if you press buy all on his Amazon.
Well, yeah, I mean
cart.
that's why he was spending money on the girls so that they would get spanked, and then
Oh.
Don't make it
12-year-old
gross.
kid.
Don't make it gross.
Oh.
A teenage boy secretly spent $19,870.94 on Twitch donations in 17 days by using his mother's debit card. Luckily, she was able to mostly recover it.
I see one name that sounds like a girl. Ewok Kitty.
He wiped out years of savings, as quoted in the IGN article by the mother.
college fund.
He spent it on a handful of streamers here. The mother chose to remain anonymous, claimed she had a tough time getting in touch with Twitch and was hitting a brick wall. The most frustrating thing of all was that nobody responded to her and there was no way to get in contact with anybody at Twitch. She found a deleted Reddit post that got her in contact with the company that pays Twitch streamers the money that her son donated. And
Wow.
she was able to get them to contact Twitch, and thusly she got most of her money back.
That's like if you left like your briefcase full of money at a restaurant. And you're like, oh shoot, I forgot it back in the restaurant. Hang on, let me go get it. It says we're closed. No money here.
There's no money here. Yeah.
Nobody's here right now.
No, I haven't seen any briefcases. What do you mean?
Well, money.
I don't know what
we
you're
don't touch
talking
this
about.
stuff.
I mean, that's close, but it still is her kid stole her debit card.
Yeah.
So I don't know that he stole the debit card. I assume the debit card was on file on her Amazon account. And then being that Twitch is
probably has
connected
a-
with the Amazon account.
How do you spend thousands of dollars?
He
and
wanted
be
to
like,
have
oh,
his name
shoot,
read by
he's a simp.
gamers. Oh, geez.
Whoever's
That's how it
protecting
is.
their identity needs to be fired. Like, how does that not throw a red flag? Like thousands of dollars,
Yeah, this is
like on something that you've never done before.
maybe that's
and the
what a
credit-
mom spends money on. Honestly, it just fits the bill.
Dude, how crazy would that be?
Lorraine.
So the reason I wanted to bring this up to you guys is not only is this news like kind of bonkers, but this last part of this article I found like kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
So like $20,000 is a lot to spend on games for sure. But the last part of this article, the mother claims the son is remorseful and is going to counseling. He is also limited to only 1 hour of monitored daily playtime with the stipulation that he must do positive activities throughout the day, including getting exercise and interacting with the family in a positive manner.
He got grounded.
Fuck you.
He got grounded.
What the hell?
Grounded. Yeah.
The rest of those 23 hours, he just gets to sit in a corner, staring at the wall.
But like, counseling? Seriously?
Well,
Like,
I mean,
I don't know. Come on.
well, okay. They say counseling. That might not necessarily mean therapy. It might.
I mean,
just
it
be-
says counseling.
You're probably just talking to a school counselor or like a pastor.
I mean, there
or
are.
something.
No, there's not school right now.
So there's still a thing called the school counselor.
It
What
might,
the fuck is he doing? Or she, sorry. Could be a
It
she.
might
Counseling.
not. It might not be therapy. It might just be like general. Like I don't know. I mean, who knows if there's other issues? He might have other issues than just this.
Right.
I don't know how you can accidentally spend $20,000. It's not an
I
accident.
mean, it
Like,
clearly
you know
wasn't an
it.
accident.
You know he was.
I mean, what
But-
would you do if you had a kid that spent $20,000?
I mean, obviously, I would require. I would try to get the money back. Yeah, adoption.
I did.
Just put him up.
Dude, like,
Does anybody else
eBay.
want this thing?
I understood the cost of you beforehand, but this I do not like.
Getting out of hand.
Yeah.
You're done. You're done, mister.
Hey, and listen, that's a promise, okay? Don't even tempt me. I'm serious, okay? I just bought your Dino Paint game, okay? And that's it.
Okay.
no simping.
oh wow.
Fucking A.
That $20,000.
Limited to 1 hour of monitored daily playtime. Would you still let your kid interact with Twitch if he spent $20,000?
No, absolutely not.
No,
Like-
deleted.
Well, that's
My
his
mom would be
monitored
so
daily
fucking
playtime. I think it says.
Can you imagine?
Dude, I'm just picturing it.
Ryan! My mom babysat you. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if you and I are upstairs on my TV and we're just like feeding money into the TV? This is the Devolver thing where we're just throwing money at the CRT TV. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
No, I was-
She like we didn't have $20,000 just sitting around, but also if I would have spent my parents' life savings.
Dude, I was scared to spend like $5 on a Halo 3 map pack, let alone
Right?
$20,000
Right?
to like a
for real.
Just asking permission for that shit.
Like,
Like,
hey, Mom.
You would never ever be able to sit down again.
oh yeah, yeah. I would
if
have
your
been whooped for
tailbone
sure.
wasn't
Yeah.
broken, it would be.
Malcolm probably also would have been spanked
Yeah.
together.
You let him do this?
Yeah.
Right.
Her arm would get
double
tired.
belt.
She'd be like,
There's a
spank yourself now.
Public ass whooping in front of the other kids. Like, this is what you get.
Enjoy my live stream. I'm going to spank my son.
Gotta get
Donations.
Every donation
Right.
Bang.
That's messed up, dude.
So spending your parents' life savings on who knows what?
Just clap emojis in the chat.
Bang, bang, bang.
Damn.
Gonna break out the college paddle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every sub.
Shit.
All right.
Finish him.
We're literally joking about child abuse on
No,
Twitch.
like, fucking spanking. Okay.
Yeah,
let's not get into
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Not get into it.
But he bought out the paddle, all right?
I was
I got the
spanked.
paddle when I was a kid. But
Hey,
one
Why
sub,
do you think I
one
made
hit
the
per
mention?
sub. Like,
yeah.
Wait, your paddle didn't have
It's
spikes
called
on it?
a joke.
that's not discipline.
My dad had a college paddle from his fraternity, and that thing scared the shit out of me. I think I only got hit with it once because I was an idiot, and I never did that again because, damn,
Right.
you learn a lesson.
Yeah. You learn your fucking lesson real quick once that paddle comes out.
Yep. For sure.
For sure.
It's even better when you,
You don't
got
sit
done-
down for
like,
the rest of the day, and you're like,
Wasn't-
man, I'm tired of standing.
Wasn't ever caught again.
It's It's even better when you got cousins that don't learn as quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Watching
you're like,
them get punished
oh
for the
boy,
same thing.
I already know what's gonna happen to you.
And you just hear,
Right,
I like how we said we weren't going to talk about it like 3 minutes later.
right.
All right, next bit of news comes to us from Kotaku. Nintendo's profits increased 400%.
I wonder why.
Holy
How
fuck.
does that happen? I don't.
I mean, I even gave a good example last night. Power's out. I can still play my Switch.
Yeah, dude. No, it's because of COVID, man.
Yeah,
That's why
during the
Switch-
period from April to June of 2020, Nintendo's operating profits increased by 427.7%.
COVID helped them out.
I mean,
Nobody's-
Switch is
Yo,
sold
Nobody's
out.
getting laid off at
Nintendo-
Nintendo.
Nintendo manufactured the virus.
You heard it here 1st
They're gonna do it
folks.
again too. Like, oh, this is marketing strategy worked.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons
Yo.
where they had like the circle and they're like, how do we get this? It's like, well, we have a new virus. Here you go.
Yeah.
Rearrange the letters of Corona spells Mario.
You have to
I
take
know
out
it
some of
does.
the letters, but you know, it works.
Believe me, nobody else.
In its latest financial earnings statement, Nintendo revealed its year-on-year sales increased by 108%, while the company's net profit is up 541%. Holy shit.
171 billion yen, 358.1 billion yen.
That is fucking crazy.
I mean,
so
geez, right before I got on the unemployment and I got my Switch and then my wife's, like the next week, they were sold out for like 3 months. Where it's just out, out.
And they
sold
just
out, sold out.
like they're just now starting to come back into stock, but like haven't been staying in stock very much. So there's a little bit of a pie chart here. I'll put this in the YouTube version of this. The Americas contributed 38%
Yeah, it's almost half.
of that. It's
Wow.
I mean, it
Getting
makes
close to
sense
half.
in all the stores I saw.
Fucking
Sold
A.
out everywhere.
Could use a cherry pie right about now.
join the club.
Cheese, man.
So in this article, they also call out that hardware sales spiked 166%, which we figured that, hitting 5.68 million units compared to 2 million units the same time last year. Software sales were up 123%, reaching 50 million units compared to 22 million units at the same time last year. Digital sales, 229.9%, accounting for 55% of the sales on Nintendo hardware. Now
They were running some crazy sales.
they were for sure.
games,
Yeah.
so that's not surprising.
Oh, and is it revenue or is it just sales as a unit?
That is just
Just says
unit
the
sales.
billion yen, I guess maybe
Yeah.
it will also probably there's those statistics up there.
I mean, you can't really go anywhere, so download it digitally.
This is the last part is the one that I really wanted to bring up with you guys though, because like what did you say Last of Us 2 sold?
nothing. No one bought it.
Well, it supposedly shipped or sold 4 million when it launched.
Right. And
all
then
in the
Ghost
stores.
of Tsushima was
2.5.
2.5
And sold out.
and sold out everywhere. So Animal Crossing,
Is that what, 22?
22.4 million copies
Wow.
of
Everyone's
Animal
playing
Crossing.
it.
It's only on one fucking platform. It's only on Nintendo. 22 million units. So that's fucking bonkers.
That's crazy.
Like those are Grand Theft Auto numbers. Like
On multiplat.
right, exactly, multi-platform.
That's why Nintendo's great. It's like
Dude.
AAA like titles and what is it? Stupid programmers? I don't know, producers, whatever. I don't care.
Them stupid programmers. Fuck them.
Publishers?
Publisher. They freaking like go way overboard and they need to like nickel and dime you because they don't have enough money to like, refund the cost or whatever.
Right,
to, like,
right.
cover the overhead. And then Nintendo's like, here's some like freaking like little like
Here's some
chess
animals.
piece looking characters. Go play with them. And they're
Yeah.
like, bye.
Right. Everybody buys it.
Yeah.
I would like to know how that compares to the year-on-year sales of Pokemon. I wanted to pull those numbers, but I didn't get a chance to. But like 22 million for Animal Crossing. That is fucking crazy.
Insane.
Came out.
And it came out this year. Holy shit.
I wonder if do you think that game's lifetime will get near 40?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, a couple Grand Theft Auto games have over the lifetime crossed 100 million. So it's not
Still
unheard of that a game could do that.
Yeah, like I think San Andreas is still being sold. Like,
Yes.
people are still literally buying copies of that game.
Yep. Yeah, San Andreas is up there. I think
It's one of the
five.
top selling games, I think, too. Like just total in general. Like
I think 5 recently crossed 125 million copies sold.
That's just
Like, fucking A.
it's been a while, I think, since the last Animal Crossing came out. Everybody loves that game because it's so easy to play. And then they got the new audience in it, and everyone bought it at the time that they were selling out the Switches.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, geez, I bought 2 copies of it, so...
What do you think Nintendo's doing differently? Like, what do you think is that? What's their game, honestly, that
Well,
makes
like,
them?
I think their game is making good games.
Yeah,
Like, they're not trying to nickel and dime you as a game maker. Like, they're not having devs. So like Animal Crossing is a live game. They are doing events and stuff like that. And
Which they
those
charge
aren't
you
things.
for, so it's good. They don't
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not like, oh, the Oktoberfest event is coming up and you've got to pay $5 to access the October event. Like, no, it's just in the game.
Yep.
And they recently started charging for Pokemon DLC, but it's not it's not
DLC sounds like something you can pay for.
exactly. They're not like, oh, okay, pay $1 per Pokemon and we'll put them in the game. You know, it's not dumb shit like that.
great.
It's not stuff that they're not taking stuff out of their games in order to make people pay more for it.
Yeah.
And I think people are responding in kind by
EA.
Yeah. Activision.
EA.
Activision at you.
2K. Fucking 2K.
2K.
Jesus.
2K. Sneeze.
So it says here that software publishers continue to grow steadily on the Switch platform, bringing the total number of million seller titles during this period to 9. So that's in
shit's
2
selling
months
on the Switch.
Yes, in 2 months. Well, April to June. Is it 3 months?
Not a math podcast.
Thank you. Not a math podcast. They've had 9 million copy sellers on Switch in that time.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Dang.
So I think it's Sam, to go back to your point, I think it's just they're making better games than other people.
And you know, it's a weird thing. So like this, I was even playing a Nintendo Switch during this time, and I've never even played a Nintendo Switch.
Right.
Is there some sort of like subliminal marketing that's going? Like,
Yeah,
It's fun.
it's right there.
yes.
Look.
there he is.
Yeah.
Mario.
He's saying, "Play
That's
my
what
games in the springtime."
It's a me game time.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is with their AAA titles, they are pretty sparse with the actual full-fledged versions. So when they come out, it's often a big
I mean, that's a good point.
and they're more often than not good.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we'll buy it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it
think
seems
about how Rare Smash Bros. Comes out. That still sells well. The Mario Odyssey was fairly spaced out from other Mario games.
right.
Same thing with Zelda. I mean, it had been a long time since there was a main. So their big ones aren't just like every year or all the time. You know, Xbox and Sony have so many like first party big names that are every other month.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas when you have what makes Nintendo be once a year, it's going to sell.
So I read an article recently about Sony's, I didn't put this in the news, but we can talk about it here, about Sony's first party studios putting out really good games, like filling a niche within gaming that doesn't exist anymore. Like a lot of publishers and other platform holders like Microsoft aren't really making story-driven single-player games anymore. And that is the niche that Sony set out to fill and has done a bang-up job at that.
I mean, God of War, Ghost is so
Right.
far being really good in that realm. What are some of the other ones?
Horizon, it's huge. I mean, even Last of Us fits in that category, the original game, not the second one.
Which is in PlayStation and PS4. So, yeah.
Right. So
Infamous.
they kind of made the point that like Sony took it upon themselves that said people want to buy these, and if you make good games, they will buy them. So they're kind of turning into Nintendo in that way, in that they are making some of the best games on their own platform.
Yeah.
And that is obviously the shoes that Microsoft is trying to fill by buying so many studios and putting out first party content. But I just thought it was an interesting comparison that like Sony is taking the Nintendo route.
Which is smart.
That is
It
smart.
works.
Super
It's
right.
smart 'cause it does
Exactly.
work.
Like Nintendo has proven time and time again that it works.
Freaking Spider-Man sold a lot too.
Yeah, that's another good point for sure. Thank you for the segue, Philip. Speaking of Spider-Man, it has been said that the Avengers game is going to get exclusive Spider-Man content that is exclusive to PlayStation platforms.
Which sucks.
How do you guys feel about that?
It makes me upset because
I am
like,
also upset.
It's like the Sony Disney thing for a while.
God! No! God, please, no!
So
no!
I gotta let it finish.
No! No!
Yeah, well,
like
when Sony and Disney had their little spew there, it's just like, come on, man, like they're doing you a favor, like they're paying for Spider-Man and being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Come on, it's like the same way with this game. Like people are paying for Marvel. They're not paying for, like they don't just want to pay for Spider-Man. They want to pay for Marvel in general, and like you're separating the freaking licenses. This pisses me off.
For me,
I hate it.
It's a weird idea. I kind of wish that they were going to like the Soul Calibur route where it's like, oh, PlayStation gets Spider-Man, Xbox gets like, they were joking as like Spawn.
Right.
Because that was what was on Soul.
The best one I saw was that the Xbox gets the thing and it had Craig the Brute's face
I saw that.
on it.
Yeah. That made me
So
laugh.
good, you fucking trolls. That's so awesome.
To me, I'm wondering if it's one of those things. It is kind of a bummer because one person I was listening to was like, what if Spider-Man is the only character you like playing as?
Yeah.
And me, in some instances, the game looks like dog shit. Doesn't really seem like it's going to play that well.
Sure.
I'll find out from the beta and I'll let you guys know if it is dog shit, if I get to play it because of fucking servers. I think, obviously, because Sony has the Spider-Man game and then the Miles Morales game, they have, like, it might be like Spider-Man can't be because we own that. And it might be that they paid to even, like, Spider-Man wouldn't even be in the game at all.
Well, that's what they said.
Unless Sony paid to.
So that's
So
in an interview with VGC, the director of the game said that Marvel's relationship with Sony gives them the ability to get Spider-Man onto the PlayStation platform. Like if Sony didn't have the agreements with Marvel, Spider-Man doesn't get licensed for this game. Because they share that license with Marvel, obviously. And I guess that's not just in movies. They share aspects of the character in interactive media as well. But
it's quite possible that Spider-Man wouldn't even be in the game at all.
Yeah,
I know
and
we
that's
have
pretty much what they said. That's something.
Hawkeye coming as just extra for everyone.
Yes, Hawkeye they announced as DLC or not, maybe not DLC, but a later character being coming to the game.
There's a few of them.
They talked about like fucking Square is going all in on this like exclusive skin bullshit. There's like Frito skins, there's Intel skins, there's Verizon skins, there's Comcast skins. Like, holy fuck, is this Halo? What the fuck are you guys doing?
Now it's like one of those things of, hey, is Spider-Man really the worst thing that they're doing?
Right. You look at that and you're like, well, this is not as gross as it could be.
Yeah. Or like Square's just like, what can we get on everything?
Yeah. And that's probably part of like, I'm sure some of that gets passed down from Disney too. That's like, let's milk this in a lot of ways. Like, let's get this cash cow for all it's worth. Keep hitting it with the stick.
We don't care if the milk's creamy.
Exactly.
Get it.
So the shittiest thing that I saw regarding this, though, and I don't know if it was in this news article here or not, was that a couple people were saying on Twitter, they were like, I can only play this on Xbox because of the adaptive controller. So now I can't play as my favorite character because it's limited to PlayStation. I don't have a PlayStation. Like, that's fucking shitty.
I mean,
it's shitty when stuff like this happens. There's exclusivity deals all around. Like, it's not just this game. This shit happens all the time. I don't know.
I would be more worried if the game looked like it was going to be like the 10 out of 10, like, oh yeah, this is
like, I don't know that we need to keep like hammering that point home because like none of us have played it and I didn't think it looked that bad. Like, I watched most of the two streams that they've put up, the War Tables, stupid fucking name. But it didn't look like it controlled that bad or played that bad to me. I thought the Thor segment looked cool. What they showed of the Hulk segment was looking like the Hulk. You fucking throwing people around, slamming people down and shit. Like, I don't know. That looked all right. And maybe it controls like garbage. We'll see, but
I know one person who I was watching who was the first person I watched because he got the beta was it seems very simple and the controls are kind of not the best.
Okay.
So I'll have to see when I play, but it is seeming like it's more basic than it could be. And
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. That game's out pretty soon.
I guess we can just hope that this doesn't continue down a rabbit trail. We don't need exclusivity battles in too crazy amounts. Or
unfortunately,
there needs to be something for both sides.
I think, it's
been fun for both sides. Maybe Microsoft needs to try to pony up a little money in that situation. And
well, I think they're purposely not doing that, right? Like Phil Spencer has came out and said, he's like, I hate timed exclusivity deals. We do them because we feel like it's a necessity to the industry, but we're not particularly happy about having to keep doing them. But Sony seems to be going hard on that shit.
Yeah.
Because there has been some rumors surrounding Sony in that they are trying to lock up pretty large third-party releases for timed exclusivity on PlayStation. And there's no details about what that might be. Some people have speculated it won't be Madden this year, but some people have speculated it might be Call of Duty since they haven't talked about that at all. And like some pretty big name stuff that's supposed to be multi-platform that they have worked out some cash deals for timed rights to those things. And they've done it before with DLC, like for Control, Sony got the Control DLC first for the first pack anyways.
When
and
it was on 360, Microsoft had that down to like a lock.
Yeah, they had deals, consistent deals with Call of Duty, especially for DLC. They would lock up that DLC quite a bit with the timed exclusivity thing. So I don't know how much money Sony's throwing out, but I want to talk about the PlayStation 5 games not being played with PlayStation 4 controllers. Did you guys hear this?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Does that make anybody else
Dual Shock
mad?
No.
Okay.
I'm not
I guess
mad.
it's only applies to Phil, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is the only time that's really changed.
Okay.
I mean, it's been new controllers for new systems every time.
That's true.
The PlayStation 1,
Right.
It's PlayStation 2.
360.
It's like they keep changing.
360 controllers are not usable on Xbox One. So
They are.
unless you plug them in, right?
Yeah, you have to plug them in.
Okay.
Pretty
That's what I thought.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
USB controllers.
That basically
I'm
renders
wrong.
it useless.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know though. I can't remember if it.
No, you can't use them natively. You can get
No,
an
but-
adapter
Oh, okay.
that lets you use them because just like the Rock Band instruments for 360, they had to put out that adapter that allows them to work cross-gen.
Okay.
I mean, and to me, I like the new controller, and in some instances, since I get it with Microsoft because their controller isn't really changing, they're not doing something crazy with it. So if it's not backwards compatible, that's like there's no difference. So why not? Whereas the DualSense, they're putting new stuff in it, they're trying to do new things with it, and if they just don't use the new stuff and say, "Oh yeah, whatever," then nobody's going to buy it, and then they're not going to use the new stuff, and then it just becomes nothing. Like I liked a lot of the uses that first-party developers of the PlayStation did with the touchpad. They did cool uses, and it was nice to have simple things that worked, but it could have been like, oh no, you can just use the DualShock 3, it doesn't matter. Then those features wouldn't be implemented or used usefully.
So where this hits a wall for me is third-party releases.
Yeah.
So when you like Call of Duty, when it comes out on PlayStation 5, can't use PS4 controller. It worked just fine with a Xbox One controller, but you won't be able to use your PS4 controller to play Call of Duty. So like, why would Sony come out and say, like, why lock it down in that way, right? Like, why not say, okay, you can play certain games, but games that utilize the PS5 controller abilities, those are the ones that you have to use to play the PS5 controller to play.
I mean, I think we'll have to see maybe even in the third party what they can do. Because, I mean, there's certain things in it that could still be used, like the adaptive triggers and some of the other stuff could still be used.
I'm not saying that third parties won't try to utilize that stuff, but they are already building a version of that game that doesn't include those things. Yeah. So,
I mean, that is in the start. I think it's better to get it. I think I mean, it would bother me more. I don't know. Because the PS4 games are going to work on it, and you can play the PS4 games with the PS5 controller. It's not like you can't.
Right, but not the other. Right. But not the other way around.
And I don't know if they have or haven't said if the DualShock 5 could work on the PS4. I can't remember because I'm not.
I'm not sure. I didn't see anything about that.
It has
either.
everything that the DualShock 4 had before. It just has stuff.
Right.
I could have sworn I heard them mention something, but I mean, as long as the price is good for the new controllers, you'll be trading in your old system most likely because they're going more for backwards compatibility. So it doesn't bother me as much because in instances, I wouldn't see why you'd have both. If the 4 plays on the 5, which they've already said it will. So I'm not like.
Right. I don't know. I mean, I don't have a PS4, so it don't fucking matter to me. Yeah. I'll be getting a PS5, so what else?
I think some people wanted to make it a bigger deal than I think it is, and I don't know, because I want the new controller. I like how it looks.
I also think people were blowing it out of the water because, like you said, Phil, why would you be able to use it on the new games?
Yeah.
Sony is very committed to the console generation idea.
So far it's worked. It's not really had issues. It's more so just Microsoft's leaning more into the universal approach, which is fine. If that works for them, Sony doesn't have to do the same thing.
For sure.
Better for them to do different things. But everybody's like, fuck Sony, this is so odd. I'm like, well, I mean, heck, even Nintendo did it. The stuff from the Wii and the Wii U can't be used on the Switch. Where's the outrage there?
I mean, the outrage is that the fucking Wiimote's garbage. Nobody wants to use that controller on anything ever. So, of course,
some fun with it.
Not even a garage door opener.
It basically was.
We're gonna probably just touch on this last bit of news here and then get out of here. Halo's on a 10-year plan. They talked about that. Halo Infinite is going to be the thing that Destiny 1 was supposed to be, in that they are just going to keep releasing stuff for Halo Infinite. That's why they built the new engine, the Slipspace engine.
I thought Destiny Infinite 2 was supposed to be the thing that Destiny 1 wasn't.
Wait for Destiny 3.
When they talked, before they released Destiny 1, they said, this game is on a 10-year plan, and we aren't going to be releasing any sequels. We are going to be doing updates and DLC packs and exposition.
I heard that music in my head. We're not going to be releasing any sequels. Destiny 2. It's a funny meme. You wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I mean, I like Curb Your Enthusiasm a lot. I do understand
that end theme is a meme where it's like you do something stupid and it goes.
Gotcha.
The outro music. I was thinking Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where it's like I would nobody can kill a Jedi, and then it's like Anakin kills all the Jedi.
So yeah, Halo's on a 10-year plan, similar to the first Destiny. Then that obviously didn't work out. So we'll see if this works out. And Halo has been delayed into 2021. Oof. It will not be.
Oh no, they lost one of their years already.
We're on a 9-year plan.
Right,
They're on a 9-year plan.
I assume it's from the release date.
Hey,
Phillip.
that's how they're making it a 10-year plan. Like, actually, it's going to be 2022.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're not going to get another Halo game until the next console generation?
That is probably what will happen based on the information that we have right now, is that Halo Infinite is going to stretch for most of, if not all of, this generation. So they'll be doing story DLC, they'll be doing multiplayer updates, and it's like similar to the stuff that they've done with the Master Chief Collection already. Like they launched the Master Chief Collection in 2014 or 2015, and like that is one, it's way fucking better than it was when it launched, and they are constantly releasing new stuff for that game. Putting out patches and new games are being shoved into it. I think they have all of them now. I think ODST and all of the Halo games are now on the Master Chief Collection, if I remember right. And I haven't been following up on it because I'm not a huge Halo fan, but like, it's good for the fans for them to keep doing this and to stay on this path. Any comments about Halo being delayed?
I mean, I still got Halo 1 through 5 to play, so
Yeah, I need to play the campaigns. I really do.
Yeah.
I mean,
I always tell myself I'll do it, but I never.
They're good.
given
At least
memes.
1 and 2 are really good. 3's okay.
3's really good. 3's the cap, dude.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
3 was like, wow, it really is over.
Halo 2.
Well, okay, sure. I mean, 3, I didn't love everything about 2 or 3. I think 2 is probably the pinnacle for me, but
They're going to release it in 2024.
what are they going to release?
Infinite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Maybe.
Then they'll have
Hopefully
that,
not.
like 4 years.
That's my guess.
Okay.
If they make some sort of stupid, like, fourth wall Craig the Brute reference in their game, I'm not going to
They
laugh.
definitely are now.
I'm not going to laugh. Meme's already dead.
No,
Memes
Yeah.
are dead.
I might laugh. Oh, well, you're just saying because it'll be 2021 by the time it actually comes out.
Yeah, memes
I see what
memes
you're saying.
already, I mean, it's already dead. So even if they still do it right now, it's not funny.
Okay.
I
All
will
right. I might still think it's
I'll keep my
It's
receipt.
clobbering time.
all right.
That's
We're
the
gonna.
thing.
I got it. I got it. guys.
You didn't laugh.
I did
You
not
looked at
laugh.
me like I'm an idiot.
No.
The bully
I also look at me like that. Let's be honest. We're gonna get out of here.
All right, guys.
Thank you everybody so much for listening. This has been Crazy Train of Thought episode, wherever the fuck we're on, brought to you by the Idiot Savants. Thank you, Malcolm. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Colin. I've been your host, Ryan Wolf. Peace.
That's all, folks.
What the fuck?
And fuck that game.
So let me ask you a question, Phil.
He's so bad. I'm sorry. I'm gonna pee my pants.
Okay, we'll come back.
Yeah. Your pants, boy.
Couldn't have fit that in any smoother than that, huh?
Yeah, I know. Like there were some pretty good opportunities.